All right, CoastLife, tomorrow night is the night, the big trick-or-treat event, Halloween, and we want everybody to gear up to have a fun but also a safe evening while you're out there trick-or-treating. To tell us more, and joining me on the CoastLife couch today is PFC Rob Scisco. Welcome back to the CoastLife studio.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming in. So, as we said, tomorrow night, Halloween night, it's getting darker a little bit sooner. People need to keep an eye out for the kids. What can parents, and I guess possibly drivers too, both be doing to make sure that everybody has a fun and everybody has a safe night trick-or-treating?
Right, absolutely. So like to adjust the drivers first and foremost, like, well, they got to realize that usually every town has a curfew and a time frame where they want people to trick-or-treat. So normally it's between 5 and 8, 6 and 8. So if you're driving through any of the local towns, whether it's Lewis, Rehoboth, Bethany, Dewey, just try to remember that there are going to be an influx of people walking around trick-or-treating. So it's really important to obey the speed limits. If it's 25 or less, because we don't want any major accidents happening. For parents, it's always a good idea to try to keep an eye on those kids. They're going to be excited. They're going to be running ahead from house to house, or if in the Tanger outlets they do trick-or-treating, they'll run from business to business, try to get all the candy that they can. So try to keep them close as possible. If it's possible to have them carry a flashlight or identifying markers on their costumes, which without ruining it. I know the kids might be upset with that, but trying to make sure that they're safe and seen by the drivers and other people. And then even for parents too, I know a lot of parents like to get involved in the Halloween spirit. So if you're going out with a group of parents, if you're all dressed up as the same thing, it makes it easier for the kids to be able to turn like, oh, there's my mom, there's my dad, or aunt, uncle, whatever.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And then one of the other things that we're doing too at the school, when I get back there today, we're going to be handing out these Walk Smart reflective tags for the kids. So they actually have a light on it and it's reflective. So
perfect.
If the kid doesn't want to carry a flashlight, which sometimes they'll just put it down, forget about it, you can hook it right onto their costume, and then they'll be able to see it, and there's a light that flashes, or it's a steady red light. So
great idea.
Definitely worth investing in it. If you don't have one, it's just a couple bucks, and then the kids at the Rehoboth Elementary are going to be getting them today.
Yeah, now I know that there's sort of been trick-or-treating events leading all up to Tuesday. So tonight there's even some stuff going on too, right?
Yep, there is. One of my officers, Lieutenant William Sullivan, is going to be down at the Georgetown DMV for trunk or treat, and he'll probably have 1 or 2 officers with him there. So if you're in the area, stop by, say hi to Lieutenant Sullivan.
Nice. And for those trunk or treat events, people can really just show up, right?
Yep, so it's between 6 and 8 p.m. tonight. So you just show up, you walk around and say hi. There's going to be fire departments, other police agencies there, DMV, and they'll have a bunch of giveaways other than just candy as well.
Perfect. Now I know that Halloween, we've been talking mostly about keeping the kiddos safe, but it's possible there are some grown-up Halloween parties out there happening on Tuesday. Any advice for maybe the grown partiers to stay safe?
Yep, absolutely. So for the grown partiers, it's always a good idea if you're going to go out and party, which is perfectly okay, but try to have a designated driver. There are increased patrols, not just in Rehoboth, but Office of Highway Safety does give agencies grants to go out there to enforce DUI patrols, so just be aware that it's going to be out there. This day and age with Uber and Lyft, there's really no excuse to drive under the influence. So if you are going to a party, either have a designated driver or just order an Uber or a Lyft.
All right, Officer Scisco, do you have a favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers for sure.
Snickers for sure?
Oh, absolutely.
What about a favorite, all-time favorite Halloween costume that you've dressed up as over the years?
Oh, man. It's been a while since I've actually dressed up as anything. So I'm trying to think the last time I dressed up with something with my kids. When they were real young, I think we did a superhero theme. Fun. So that was always fun, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in, telling everybody about how to stay safe. I think these are a great idea. If you didn't get a chance to take a look at these before, I think something reflective is going to be a great way to keep the kids safe if they're going trick-or-treating tomorrow night. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in again and keeping everybody safe. Have fun.
Yes, you as well. Be safe.
And it's going to be a great time. But we've got more fun headed your way with more CoastLife when we get back.